Our gardens are more than just beautiful spaces. They're symbols of hope, growth and connection as well. And today, South Africans unite to celebrate Garden Day. It's honoring the power of nature to also bring us together. So this movement is perfect for those who enjoy inviting others into their gardens and green spaces, as well as for anyone who loves entertaining and, of course, spending time with their loved ones. And to chat a little bit more about this beautiful day, the special movement as well, we're joined in studio by Siyabonga Ndlangamandla, co-founder and board member of the Makers Valley Partnership in Lorentzville. Siyabonga, good morning. Thanks for your time at this hour.
Morning to you too.
Congrats on the feat and obviously just fostering that social cohesion, connection, which is much needed in society today. Talk to us about the inspiration behind honoring Garden Day for you.
Well, it's just like about human nature connecting to the nature itself. And then, as you can see today, I'm wearing a crown just representing some of the gardens that are actually sprouting and blossoming out there.
Yes.
And today is a big event day for anyone who's got a garden, whether it's a small patch behind your household or anywhere else. So it's just to celebrate this day and make sure that like everyone out there, where they're hosting a small party, small tea party, just to call friends and family and then just to enjoy and in celebration of this National Garden Day.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So I can imagine the different arrangements, must also be inspiring at large. But I wonder also the physical benefits, the mental benefits that come through immersing oneself in a garden. Talk to us about what's experienced on that front for us as humans and animals.
No, absolutely. Just connecting to nature itself, whether you just walking barefooted on the ground and connecting to the ground and also to nature itself. And I mean, like now we find ourselves in urban spaces where we're unable to really connect as much as we did in rural areas with the nature itself. And as you know, like nature consists of like a lot of like healing mechanism that actually comes through from plants that we actually see every day. It's meditation on others and so much more that you can actually just like connect to nature. That's why like, we have to talk about it.
Nostalgic for you? Because
Absolutely.
I mean, you must have your own memories associated with this. What comes to mind?
Yes, for me, growing up and then having to be growing like in rural areas and having to be fully involved with the gardens, growing up like in that nature, and then now where we actually find ourselves celebrating this beautiful day of Garden Day, it actually it's so much, it brings so much memories, and it also just brings so much closer to nature, I would say. So
do we all have green fingers, or is that a skill that some people are born in naturally?
I'm sure you do have like a patch of plant there behind by your balcony or anywhere in your house. Just like by looking at something, it also just gives you that sense of like belonging.
Sure.
Would you like a pot plant in the house or just like a small garden patch where you just like watering your plants, and then just have that moment where you just connect and have.
I mean, you're making it sound easy, right? Because some people kill cactuses. So what are the tips and tricks and do's and don'ts in maintaining that wellness at large?
Well, it's like you said, like beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. So I would say that just like it's up to each person how they connect to their nature or how you connect to your plants. And I could give you like as much tips, but it all depends on you how you actually take it forward and make sure that like you actually look after that, whether it could be your pets or it could be like the plant that you actually dedicated your life to looking after. So today I'm just here to talk about how we should actually just like embrace nature, and we should be able to do something, celebrate it. It brings communities together. Call your neighbors and see how you guys can just like have this beautiful day as our National Garden Day.
How are you going to ensure that happens today with National Garden Day? I also want to know the exchange of indigenous knowledge systems that comes to the fore through this. I mean, we've got ancestral knowledge about how to be in communion with the land, which is another theme that comes to the fore. Yeah.
Well, I'm invited in one of the friends up in Rustenburg. We're also just going to go and celebrate more with them in terms of like, because they're hosting a small gathering where we'll be celebrating and having to share a bit of knowledge in terms of like how I know with gardens and as well as like how much they know. So like it's all about learning and teaching each other. How have you traveled this journey and see where it takes us to be today.
How would you say the initiative has also grown over the years? How have people embraced it as well?
It's so amazing how you could see like over time it's been growing. Then through like the social media, how people actually just interactive, like posting like their pictures and also posting how they actually are involved in celebration of this Garden Day. So it's been quite amazing to see the growth over the years, and it's really becoming like an international Garden Day, not just like National Garden Day, because it's really taking such a big hype like. Through the team of the Garden Day, I've seen how they actually having this influx of like people inquiring about it as well.
You spoke about that crown on your head.
Yes.
Talk to us a little bit more about the arrangement. I said it was giving Greek god meets Africa Zulu vibes. I don't know. Tell us a little bit more.
Well, it's just it's a crown basically. Like it's just a crown of flowers, as you can see, like it's spring. And then like as you know, like it's actually a seed to celebration. So that means like whatever that you planted over a couple of weeks ago, and then that's why now you can actually just put it together and then show it up like and see how it actually made an impact into your garden, and also just showing it up like as I'm sitting here.
Yeah, well, you're definitely showing off, and it looks beautiful. It smells so refreshing as well.
From seed to celebration.
And I actually want to delve into seasons, the importance of honoring that as well. You know, what also is able to die, germinate, be reborn. You know, I mean, there's that entire process that symbolically we as women, humans also go through.
Well, like I think I can talk a little bit about the global warming that actually affected us, and then like you can see like now like our seasons are not actually the same as how we grew up. Like now, like the way like we haven't been receiving so much rains as we used to like growing up. So our seasons are not actually the same. Like I would say. So I think I could just talk a little bit about that in terms of like the global warming and see how it affected us as well, like with like a little bit of bigger gardens where we're growing, where we don't really get enough rains. For instance, it's either too hot or it's either too cold in that sense. So it's really just like affected us in terms of like seeing how our different seasons are actually working to work nature itself.
No, absolutely, and observed it at large. Thank you for joining us this morning, bright and early. It's sounding so refreshing.
Wow.
We're wishing you all the best. Enjoy the day. Thank you for being part of that nation-building social cohesion initiatives. Going to leave the conversation there for now. We just spoke to co-founder, board member of the Makers Valley Partnership in Lorentzville, Siyabonga Ndlangamandla, as we celebrate a special initiative this season. It's called the Garden Day.